Good morning, team. Sweat with Sarah. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Welcome back to the 25 Days of Christmas Workout and Accountability Challenge. This is workout number 3, back in glutes today. So back is we're going to be working our lats, and glutes we're going to be working kind of like our posterior chain, so kind of like all of our back, glutes, hamstrings, all that fun stuff today. So this one again is going to be Christmas themed. Wearing my red today. This will be the exercise demonstration video. So I'm going to show you all of the exercises, how to do them, modifications, all that fun stuff. So when you go and click on the follow along video, we can just start right away and utilize that whole 30 minutes as much as we can. So today's going to be a fun one. We're going to be doing 3 sets of 12 reps for all exercises. So super easy to remember today. We are doing it slightly different. So we are going to be cycling through each exercise. So first exercise is going to be suitcase deadlifts. So we're going to do 3 sets of 12. Set of 12, rest, set of 12, rest, set of 12, rest for sure, and then we move on to the next exercise. So we're going to be completing all of them. So first one is going to be suitcase deadlifts. So for suitcase deadlift, we essentially think, if you're at the airport and you have your suitcase on the floor, if you were to go pick it up, you want to make sure that you're doing a good form. You're not just like picking up a suitcase. You really want to make sure shoulders are down and back, and we're going to just be pretty much like squatting, sitting down, and coming back up with the dumbbells. So feet are going to be right underneath your hips, shoulders down and back, picking up those dumbbells, and we're going to be standing up. We don't want to make sure that we're looking forward where our head is going to be cocking back. So I always like to look at something just like a little bit further in front of me, keeping my eyes kind of on the ground in front of me, squeezing my legs and glutes at the top, making sure I have a nice flat back. I don't want to see you doing this. We're not trying to use our back, we're using our legs, and our knees are going to be going straight forward. So that is suitcase deadlifts, and then we'll do 3 sets of 12 of those, rest for a minute, and move on to the next exercise where we're going to be doing bent over rows. For bent over rows, again, we always want to make sure that we have a nice flat back. So shoulders down and back, we're going to be hinging at the hips. So now our chest and our gaze is going to be right down at the ground. We're going to squeeze those scapula blades, or squeeze those scapulas together, rowing up, slow on the way down. Squeeze, row. We want to be almost rowing up towards our hips. So we're not rowing up here towards our chest, we're rowing back towards our hips. And again, when you squeeze those blades together, you want to think about, if I had to put a pencil right here, that you're squeezing that together. So we got 3 sets of 12 of those bent over rows. If for some reason your body feels compromised, you can always lean up against something and row as well. But as long as you're keeping a nice flat back and you're not rounding your back, you should be totally fine, or just go down in weight. Next exercise will be RDL, which stands for Romanian deadlift. So for this one, this is going to be working the hamstrings and the glutes a little bit more. So what we want to do for Romanian deadlift, again, always starting in that same position, shoulders down and back. This time the dumbbells are going to be in front of you, so the palms are going to be facing your quads. We're just going to be hinging at the hips, going down, coming back up, squeezing the legs and glutes at the top. So this is going to be nice and slow and controlled movement. We don't want to think about squatting down. We don't want to think about straight knees and just bending. We have a nice slight bend in the knees, and we're keeping the knees slightly bent. We're just hinging at the hips if you're closing a door with your butt. So again, shoulders down and back, nice flat back the whole time. We really should be feeling that pull and that stretch in the hamstrings and the glutes here. So again, just hinging at the hips. We're not bending. We're not having straight knees, slight bend the whole time, just like so. That's RDL, Romanian deadlift. Then we got single arm rows each side. So if you do have a bench, we can utilize the bench. If you do not, you can always lean up against a chair, your couch, a box, whatever the case is. So for single arm rows, if I'm rowing with my right arm, I'm going to put my left knee and my left hand on your bench, chair, couch, whatever the case is, have my right arm dangling. I'm going to squeeze my blades together, rowing up and slow down. Squeeze, row, and down. Squeeze, row, and down. Show you what it looks like from this side. So again, nice flat back, squeeze, row. I don't want to see us just rowing like this with nothing. We want to make sure we squeeze, row first. And what I mean by squeeze again is that you have your scapula, so it's like a blade, and we want to make sure that we're squeezing those together first so we can activate all of our lats. Then we got, hopefully this is not too zoomed in, then we got single leg glute bridges. So we can do this body weight with weight. I'll show you here, and then we'll modify as needed. So we know as for a glute bridge, typically we keep the bottom of a rib cage is up on the bench, and the glute bridges are just going up and down like this. But we're going to try single. So we're going to lift one leg up, keeping it in line with the other leg the whole time. So it's really going to be working one side at a time. We want to make sure that when you're going, your leg is not way up here. The leg stays in line with that with the moving leg. All right. If that's too difficult, we can just do regular glute bridges. Totally fine. Otherwise, we can always pop down onto the ground and do the same thing too. So we'll have one leg up, single leg glute bridges here, keeping that leg in line, making sure that our leg is not way up here, keeping it in line. The quads want to be in the same plane of trajectory. If that's too difficult, we'll just do regular single leg or regular glute bridges there. So again, that's 3 by 12 on each side. Then we got, for a finisher, if we have time, so we shall see, we'll do 25 reps each, a couple rounds of a couple of these pulses type of exercises. So first we have sumo squat pulses. So we know for regular or for deadlifts, feet underneath the hips. For squats, feet underneath the shoulders, and then sumo, we're even out a little further. So what we're going to do for sumo pulses, we would do 25 reps. We would get down into as far as you can, and we're just kind of pulsing. So we're not standing all the way up for a squat. We're just kind of pulsing, getting those muscles burning. Then we have lunge pulses on the right side. So I'm going to step back. So if I get into a lunge here, I'm just going to be doing pulses as much as I can here. If you aren't able to go all the way down, you're able to do pulses up here. That's totally fine too. And we'll switch. We'll do pulses with the left side. Again, just kind of small pulses, getting those muscles burning. And the last one would be squat pulses. So for this one, again, shoulders would just be about under the shoulders, getting down to the good squat position, and just kind of pulsing up and down again, pushing those knees out, squeezing those glutes, feeling that burn. So I hope you have a great back and glute and hamstring workout today. I'm already feeling it in the exercise demonstration, so I know it's going to be a good one.